Assalamu alaikum, dear students. In today's lesson, I will be introducing the syllabus for Cambridge O-Levels English language. The code for our English language CIE examination paper is 1123. This syllabus was last amended in the year 2018 and is applicable for the years to come unless there's an amendment in this particular syllabus. Before we begin, let us see, and let me inform you that CIE has, or the Cambridge International Education has divided the countries into 6 different regions. These 6 different regions are where CIE conducts their Cambridge examinations. I will show you which category or which zone Pakistan falls in. Now, if you go to the Cambridge International official site, over there, you can find out the different administrative zones. Now, if you find this, if you want to search, all you have to do is look for your particular country and simply get the administrative zone. Now, based on the information provided, our country falls in zone 4, and exams are held accordingly. If you can read over here that you are in the administrative zone 4, and so please ensure that the timetable and the Cambridge Guide to Making Entries booklet you receive have zone 4 clearly marked and are color coded lilac. This is the color lilac that will be found on our timetables and entry books. Now we will go through this syllabus guide for our reference. I fit it to page. Now, the changes to the syllabus for 2001 were last published in 2018. Till date, there are no significant changes with effect to teaching. And our school already uses the suitable endorsed textbooks which support the syllabus for the examinations all the way till the year 2022. Here we have the list of contents, out of which the most relevant I will cover with you in today's session. Now, why choose Cambridge International? Out of this, the most important chunk for you to remember is that our mission is to provide educational benefit through provision of international programs and qualification for school education, and to be the world leader in this field. Together with schools, we develop Cambridge learners who are, now these are the skills that Cambridge International expects of you to acquire by the end of your 3 years of O-levels learning. Point 1, that the learners are confident in working with information and ideas. Now, these ideas can be their own and those of others. Responsible for themselves, responsive to and respectful of others. Reflective as learners, developing their ability to learn. Reflective basically means that the learner or the student should have such strong thinking, reflecting skills. That is, whatever topic is given to you, you should have strong skills to think over them, to ponder over them, and to write whatever different piece of writing is required of you. Innovative, that is, full of creativity and equipped for new and future challenges. That is, you should have the ability by the end of by the time you appear for your CIE exams, you should have the ability to think outside of the box, be creative, engaged intellectually and socially. That is, ready to make a difference. Um, Now, why choose Cambridge O level English language? Um, the purpose is basically Cambridge O level English language. Cambridge O level English language is accepted by universities and employers as proof of linguistic ability and understanding. The Cambridge O level English language syllabus encourages students to develop lifelong skills, including the ability to communicate clearly, accurately, and effectively, the use of a wide range of vocabulary and correct grammar, spelling, and punctuation, a personal style, and an awareness of the audience being addressed. These will be the skills we will be teaching you, and inshallah, we will polish the skills that you already have. Now, students are also encouraged to read widely. Now, this is the bit that I really want my children. This is something that I really emphasize, and you need to make a promise with yourself today that you will encourage yourself to read widely. Read, develop the habit of reading, not only books, but newspapers, magazines, blogs, etc. Anything that you can lay your hands on. Just read, develop the habit of reading. This is going to be my first and foremost lesson to you. Okay? Now, students are also encouraged to read widely. Why? Both for their own enjoyment and to further their awareness of the ways in which English can be used. Cambridge O-Level English Language Study also develops more general analysis and communication skills such as synthesis, inference, and ability to order facts and present opinions effectively. These three things, synthesis is basically to summarize whatever you have read. Inference is to infer, to extract the meaning of the context of the content that you have just read. And then finally, the ability to order facts, to list the facts in appropriate order and present the opinions effectively. Whatever opinions have been provided in the in the text, you are able to effectively present them. Okay? To identify what is a fact and what is an opinion, and to present it if in an effective manner. Students may also study for a Cambridge O level in literature in English. Oh, this is something we do not need. All right. Here is what is important next. Prior learning. We recommend that candidates who are beginning this course should have sufficient competence in English to be able to achieve a level of English equivalent to first language competence during the course. Progression. Cambridge O levels are general qualifications that enable candidates to progress either directly to employment or to proceed to further qualifications. Candidates who are awarded grades C to A star in Cambridge O level English language are well prepared to follow courses leading to Cambridge International AS and A level English language or the equivalent. Now, Syllabus content at a glance. We are now going to look at the content of the syllabus that we are about to um, cover in the next 3 years, including this one. Cambridge O-Level English Language offer candidates the opportunity to respond confidently to a range of reading material, including fiction and non-fiction. Candidates will also have the opportunity to enhance their writing skills by writing in a range of text types for different audiences. Candidates are encouraged to become appreciative and critical readers and writers. This is the most important chunk um, in all of this, in the whole of this syllabus. You are now going to have a look at the assessment, your examination paper. Candidates for Cambridge O-Level English Language must take two compulsory components, Paper 1 and Paper 2. Both papers are externally marked, that is, they will be marked by someone outside your region. Candidates will be eligible for grades A star to grade E. Component there are two components, that is, you have two papers to attempt. Your paper 1 is based on your writing skills and paper 2 is based on your reading skills. Now we will have a look at both of them one by one. Your time duration for paper 1, which is writing paper, is 1 hour 30 minutes. And okay, we will sort this one out first. Candidates have to answer 2 questions only. The compulsory question in section 1 and 1 question from section 2. Section 1, that is, further within the paper, you have only 2 questions. The first one is called section 1. The second one is called section 2. A comprehension text is given. For section 1, a comprehension text is given. The candidates, they have to read through the text, take down notes, and then summarize the text in 200 to 300 words. Candidates are presented with 1 compulsory writing task. Candidates write a response of 200 to 300 words. Most often, around 90% of the time, you have to extract the ideas from the text. Using the ideas provided in the text, you have to write a summary. In this question, you do not use your creativity. You have to present the facts and opinions the way they have been presented. Only you have to summarize it at times in your own words, but not changing the basic idea provided in the text. Section 2. This is composition writing. That is, oh wait, I've messed it up. I'm so sorry. This is the writing task. I'll explain all over again. We are talking about the writing task. You are in section 1, you are given directions, directed writing. You are given directions. You might be asked to write a newsletter. You might be asked to write a formal letter, an informal letter, a report, or a magazine article. Any of the directed piece of writing. And you will be given directions as to what are the important components that should be there in your piece of writing. And based on those directions given, you have to write a response of 200 to 300 words, not less than 200, not more than 300. Okay. Now, section 2. This is where you can show your creativity. Composition, this is worth 30 marks. As you can see, both the questions hold equal marks. In question 2, candidates complete 1 writing task from a choice of 5 descriptive argumentative or narrative essay title. So you have 5 questions, out of which you have to do only one. Whereas in section 1, there is just one question which is compulsory for all the candidates. Over here, you have a choice of 5, out of which you have to do only one. Now, candidate writes a response of 350 to 500 words. Again, this component is externally assessed. 350 to 500 words mean that you have a wide variety, you have a lot of chance to show how creative you can be. Coming to, oopsie, we now come to paper 2. Paper 2 is called the reading paper. Again, it has 2 sections. Candidates answer all questions in both sections. This paper is worth 15 minutes extra, 1 hour, 45 minutes. In section 1, you will be reading for ideas. This section is worth 25 marks. Candidates scan a factual text. The text is based on facts, and this is going to be absolutely non-fictional. Candidates scan a factual text and identify key points. What I was telling you over here by mistake. The candidates scan a factual text and identify key points. Candidates use their notes to produce a written summary of 150 to 180 words. Candidates answer questions to identify examples of a function in the text, that is, opinions, advice, criticism, or warnings. Okay, so your first portion is to scan the text and take down notes. Then, using the same notes, you're going to write a summary. And at the end, the third part of this section will be that based on the factual text, you will either have to write down opinions, advice, criticism, or warning, whichever will be required from the text. Section 2, reading for meaning. Candidates respond, again, this is 25 marks. Candidates respond to questions about one narrative passage. Now, this passage can be factual. This text can be fiction or non-fiction. It can be either. Okay, mostly this is fictional. Both passages in paper, and then there are multiple short questions, as you have already done in book 7, and you will do short questions at the end of each comprehension text in book 8 as well. So these are going to be similar to what we experience in our textbook. Both passages in paper 2 will be approximately 700 words each. This component is externally assessed and worth a total of 50 marks. Remember, paper A is worth 60 marks and paper 2 is worth 50 marks. Paper 1, is worth 60 marks and paper 2 is worth 50 marks. Now, availability of giving examinations. As you are well aware, if you are listening to the news these days, the syllabus is examined in June and November examination series. If you have been listening to the news lately, exams had already begun from from the end of April. From 24th April, our exams have already begun, but due to the pandemic, CIE has rescheduled the exams for the candidates to be held in October, November this year. Syllabus is available to private candidates. This does not concern you. Detailed timetables are always available at this is the website. If you ever need, if you want ever need to connect to Cambridge International, this is the site that you can take down someplace, note it down someplace, and for any assistance, you can always visit their site. Now, if needed, you can combine your syllabus with other Cambridge international examinations. There is a list of different courses that you can combine your combine your syllabus of 11 1 1 2 3 with. These are at times available in our country, and at times they are not. As you can see, some of them, they are not available in our country, but there are certain, such as 0500 all the way till here. These are syllabi that we do at times combine our 1 1 2 3 with. Now, let's quickly have a look at the aims. Um, the qualification in syllabus demonstrates to universities and employers that candidates can communicate effectively in standard English through communicative competence, creativity, critical skills, cross-cultural awareness. Okay, these are the 4 C's. We call them the 4 C's of English. Okay, now these are the 4 main components on which we will be working throughout our academic year. You will notice that the texts that are there in your course will also be targeting these 4 areas. Communicative competence: in writing, it is to communicate precisely and appropriately. In reading, it means to understand exact and implied meaning. That is the pragmatic and the textual meaning of you should be able to understand the pragmatic and textual meaning, contextual and textual meaning. Creativity: to be able to develop ideas effectively, especially with reference to the writing paper. Critical skills: especially with reference to the reading paper, you will be able to identify and respond to the main ideas. Cross-cultural awareness: to be able to reflect on the familiar content or familiar ideas, and to have strategies to deal with the unfamiliar topics if ever given in your examination question. Now, one last thing: assessment objective. According to the assessment objective 1 is based on your reading paper. R1 demonstrate you can, I'll share the link with you, and these are going to be the basic objectives that the teacher or the examiner looks for once you are attempting your exam. You can go through these and you will be able to understand them with time. Obviously, once you will start attempting the exam, once you will start preparing for your CIE, you will be able to better understand what these assessment objectives truly mean. For the time being, you can go through them. Okay. Yes. One last thing. Um, this is how we assess your work. Um, in both your writing and reading paper, especially your writing paper, you are awarded marks in 2 different categories for every question. For example, I told you that the directed writing paper is question is worth 30 marks. So you will have 15 marks for the task completion and 15 marks for the way you use the language. Okay, these are the details that are provided over here in this text. Okay, so you can read through this whole text and understand what the rules of CIE examination are. So, but basically, I am telling you that in both the composition and the directed writing, since each of them were worth 30 marks each, this is how marks are further distributed. That these 30 marks are further divided as 15 marks for task completion and 15 marks for the language that you have used, the use of grammatical structure, the use of different kind of sentences, the use of vocabulary, all are assessed over here. Whether you have completed, whether you have, according to the question, you have completed or written according to the question is assessed over here. The task aspect of paper one is directed writing, where communication of key information in a range of text types is required to achieve a specific purpose for a certain audience in a particular situation. Task fulfillment and language are tested in section 1 and are given equal weighing in terms of marks. Language as well as content is tested in the composition selection, where candidates have an opportunity to display their English language skills in order to express their opinion, experience, or imagination in a range of discourse types. Now, what could be those three different kinds of text? You can either write a descriptive essay, an argumentative essay, or a narrative. The task aspect of paper 2 is reading for ideas, where, for example, scanning for and summarizing specific information is required to achieve and convey a global understanding of a text. The focus of assessment for the summary is task fulfillment, the inclusion of only relevant ideas, and the coherence of the writing. This is important, that you only choose the relevant ideas, and once you summarize them, they will be coherent. They will blend into each other and support each other. Okay, irrelevant ideas, wherever you will, once you include the irrelevant ideas, you will lose your marks instantly. Language is tested in the reading for meaning section, where there is a greater demand for English language skills in order to demonstrate more in-depth understanding of a text, including literal and implied meaning, deducing meaning of vocabulary from context, and writer's craft. In this way, it is hoped that candidates will develop strategies to be able to transfer these communication skills to other subjects and to their future career studies, as they encounter a variety of texts and are required to make a positive impact through the written word. Speaking and listening are not tested, but the development of these vital communication skills is encouraged across the curriculum. That is, I will encourage you to speak in English while you are taking your English lesson. Okay, now this is going to be the last thing that I will cover for today. This is how your paper is assessed. You can quickly go through these. This paper has two sections in candidates answer in separate answer booklet. This is how your examination papers are marked externally and even internally. This is how I will mark your exams for your in school or home exams, and this is exactly how you are marked externally by the CIE assessors. Okay, this is something that you will have to give a read to yourselves. Normally, once we will be in physical classroom, I will provide a printout of these pages. And for now, what you can do is you can give them a read. Okay, all you have to do is give this a read as well. With that, we come to the end of our session for today. With that, we come to the end of our session for the day. Remember, be open to learning. And I am here to assist you, not to teach you, but to assist you. Okay? You have been taught by your teachers, your base, your foundation has been laid. My job is going to be polishing and converting you from raw material into gems. Okay? One last thing, first and the foremost thing that I expect of you to do every single day is to read some material or the other. Read a book, read a magazine, read a newspaper, read a blog online. Okay? I know you are the generation of technology, but I want you guys to start reading, because if you will not develop the habit of reading, you will not have ample vocabulary, you will not have ample writing style to successfully attempt your examination and become a qualified O level student. Secondly, I want you to develop the habit of writing, for which I would like you to start writing a diary. A diary in which you will jot down your ideas, whatever has happened with you in the day, or any random thing that you want to write about. If you can't think of anything, then what you can do is whatever you have read for 20 minutes to 30 minutes, you can summarize it and write it down in that diary. Because until and unless you will not write, you will not have that hand mind coordination. Okay? For to have a strong hand mind motor skill, you need to read and then develop the habit of writing. With that, I come to the end of today's session. Thank you very much, my dears. Happy learning and best of luck.